Hey Taurus. Taurus Seeker. Your season is over, thankfully. Not for this next 7 years though. The battle is over, but the war has just begun. And maybe it's not the best analogy, the war aspect, because I don't think it's, Uranus and Taurus and all that jazz. It might feel a little bit, will feel a little bit challenging, but let's call it a journey. Okay? This specific turn in the journey is over, but not the journey. Is that better? I am very happy and welcoming to Gemini season. If there's a Gemini out there watching, happy birthday. Because we need a little bit of just easy, breezy, mutable air vibe. You know, talking to this, talking to that, above surface, chilling. Dragonflying. A dragonfly landed on my head yesterday. No, like for real. Bzz. And I saw it like doing its thing in the air. I was like, oh, look, a dragonfly. And it's like, it didn't stay long. It flew away and then sat over there and then moved over there. I don't know what it was doing, but yeah, that was cool. Dragonflies have 360 vision. They see all over. And they can fly forward, backwards, to the sides, zigzagging, like. And unlike other insects like mosquitoes, they don't need like 17,000 wing blows in a minute to be so strong and fly like that. They do like around 30, I might be wrong, like 30 or 40 per minute, which shows how strong their wings are. Yeah, we don't need to do much to be able to do everything. Dragonflies, they're also very symbolic of shape-shifting and change, which makes sense. I just added the death card to my tarot masterclass, to my online tarot masterclass. Excuse me while I, 1 second. Ooh. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Taurus. Ace of Pentacles, why not? Maybe that's what the dragonfly came to tell me yesterday. I'm a Taurus. You got this. You got the strength of the wings of a dragonfly. It's a bird and a dragon. I clicked out when she started talking about dragons. Yeah, here we talk about dragons and dragonflies. It's what we do here, Seeker. So for a Taurus to have the first card fall out be the Ace of Pentacles. Yum. Okay. So whatever has been happening for either days, weeks, months, years, you know the drill, has been really leading you towards yourself. Now, how do I explain it in a way that isn't an amorphic cliche, but actually touches a deep understanding within you? Okay. Depending on your placement and your chart and just your character and your soul and all that jazz, I feel like I'm tapping into some of you, especially because of the connection of the dragonfly that lives 1,000 lifetimes. I feel like I'm tapping to seekers out there who have been in many places, both maybe geographically, but also from within their own human condition. where where you have expressed yourself in different situations in many, many different ways. Where you went, wide like a Gemini, several experiences, but also deep like a Scorpio into each of these experiences, like fully. And it was somewhat of a search, right? I'm getting a vibe of like a maze with many, many doors and turns and, different encounters along, like a Pac-Man. And then you feel like, okay, I think I'm ready for the next level. I think I'm ready. I think I am me. I think I've gathered enough information. I've gathered enough sense of self. I've gathered enough tapping into different expression of myself. I've gathered enough, truths about this, about the world. Now I'm ready to walk not necessarily as the fool that is experiencing the different energies and the different aspects of the human condition and all that, but maybe more as simply from a student to master. I'm not wandering as the student. Now I'm wandering as the master. Now, instead of walking around seeking to learn, I walk around allowing other seekers to find me in order for me to teach. Because energy never stays, right? If you gain information, the natural, evolution of it is to spread it. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not a vanity type of thing. We're always constantly seeking and constantly learning and constantly evolving. We never know it all. But there comes a point where we can say, okay, I did so and so. Now what? At one point, you're just, beating around the bush, chasing your own tail when it comes to seeking. Time to be like, okay, I know. Okay. Hey, is there anything you need to learn? And you don't need to do that hey thing, no. It will come to you. When the student is ready, the teacher arrives. You've always had that in mind as if you were the student. What if you are the teacher? Not Taurus. Maybe there's a student out there waiting for you as a teacher to arrive. It's amazing how everything always resonates with what I do simultaneously in here, because I uploaded the death card, but I also did the hangman. The hangman and the death relatively close to each other, and I've been carrying their energies in the days prior to shooting the classes and uploading them. So I've been carrying the energy of when the student becomes a master, which is the hangman. And then the combination of ascension, hangman, and the death card. Boom, the teacher is in the house. Open sesame. You already know the password. You already know the password. Okay, Taurus. Too many cards, but thank you. Taurus for June, please. By the way, whenever you're watching this, energy is lucid, fluid, whatnot. Take it as it resonates, okay? And watch your other placements to get a fuller scope. All right. Taurus, June. Kind of felt forced. That one won it. Ooh. Need I say more? Ooh. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. I almost don't want to keep reading because I'm like, what if, like, there's only down from there. It's like, can it be more ideal? And it's like, it's minor arcana, it's practical, it's mundane, it's in your actual reality. Soul tribe, but not just in an amorphic somewhere kind of in the rainbow place, but like in your life, Ace of Pentacles. I feel like because you're starting to tap into the, you know, your own potential self, then you naturally echo that and draw people that are on the same frequency, that have a lot to contribute to the world. I'm scared to look at what it is. It fell facing down. Okay, we're good. Six of Pentacles. Now I'm going to be agitated at every card and like, do not mess it up. Six of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Okay. It's not even a riddle. So, finding people that resonate more on your frequency, on your newfound frequency, might I say, on your expanded frequency, okay? New adventures, new experiences. Queen of Swords, right after Six of Pentacles. And I'm getting that ideas start flowing in. Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Excuse me while I arrange the table. Ideas are why can't I talk? Ideas are flowing in. People are flowing in. Opportunities, ideas, again, getting more and more ideas from people, like wanting to do things with you, for you. Promises. Okay, I am getting for some of you Eight of Cups. Okay, I am getting for right after the Knight of Swords. You shine bright. Someone wants some of that. Not necessarily bad intentions, like, you know, nature. So they come in with promises and ideas, and we can do this and we can do that, and I'll do this for you. No. And then the smallest thing goes astray, smallest challenge arise, and they can't handle it. Right? Five of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups. Like they're just fleeing. Nope, can't handle by. Right after, oh, we can do this and that, and I'll do this. And do you see the difference? Do you see the difference between this? This is, I'll always be here for you. Okay? And this is like, oh, shit hits the fan. Sorry, gotta go. Till death do us part? I don't think so. Till a little bit of inconvenience do us part, and then bye. Sorry. It's not for all of you. Some of you, it's a past energy. Some of you, it's something that is recently, currently happening. Take it or leave it. Yeah, next to the Queen of Swords, it's like high ideals and wanting to do the right thing, but then not necessarily the ability to actually actualize it. You know, because, you know, when the going gets tough, stuff gets going, and when everything is easy, everybody's tough, you know? When everything is rainbows and flow and fun, then it's easy to stick together, you know, and do the right thing because circumstances allow. But when circumstances no longer allow, or circumstances aren't as perfect, that's when the truth, you know, when people are cornered, you see their truth. It's just natural. And then some will really own up to it, to who they claim themselves to be before this sense of being cornered. And some will just, and you know, it's a scenario where a person really wants to maintain that perception of being awesome. So if they find themselves in a situation where they feel like they're not being awesome, instead of making themselves awesome by handling it, they'll just run out and go to a different situation where they feel awesome again. Okay? That doesn't make them awesome. That makes the circumstances that they're chasing awesome, thus allowing them to more easily be awesome. Okay? But you know, it's what you can do when you're at your weakest, at your lowest, at your most challenged situation that shows who you truly are. It's not what you can do when you're super, you know, well fed, well slept, or you're in a great mood because you had a good night's sleep and you had a great meal and something great happened this week. So you're nice to everybody, but then shit goes bad and you're like lashing at everyone. That's the truth of an individual. Now listen, this could be you, this could be someone in your life. We don't know. I don't know. Many of you are watching. Take it as it resonates, right? Yeah, I'm getting someone that would rather kill something, like end something, instead of failing in it. Because there's that need to be victorious. And okay, if I can't win this game, I'm going to move to a different game where I am feeling like a winner, victorious. And it's made to maintain that perception of a wonderful, heroic person. A hero is a hero within the difficult circumstances, not only when, you know, when there's a feast in his honor or her honor because of how they speak or how they portray themselves. No, it's about getting, you know, muddy and dirty for the sake of doing the right thing. It's not always sunny and rainbowy. Why am I keep getting broken promises? I don't know if you promised something. Here's the thing, though. I'm really cautious. I want to be cautious in how I explain this to you guys, because a lot of times people stay in really, really bad situations for themselves because they're especially at Taurus. If I'm speaking to Taurians, I mean, you guys rather break yourself than to break a promise. The essence of a Taurus, anywho. But obviously, if it's not a reciprocating situation, or if someone isn't being good to you, or it's not necessary, like, don't stay in a miserable situation. But take a look at yourself, or maybe this is about someone else in your life. But if this is you, are you leaving or breaking the promise because it's just not right? It's just simply not right, and that's totally legit. Or is it because you have this mechanism that wants to see yourself as this heroic person that sticks through and never breaks a promise? I'm sorry, as a heroic person that always is portrayed as the awesome person. So you just can't stay in a situation where you're not so awesome. So you can't handle and you move elsewhere. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference. And I'm really cautious with explaining the difference because I know I'm speaking to Taurians, and Taurians can stay in really bad situations for themselves for like years just because once upon a time they made a promise that is no longer relevant, and they've already kept it gazillion times, and someone is keeping them around with, using guilt or gaslighting or whatnot. So I guess this can go in two directions. Either someone, if someone makes a promise to a Taurus, I know a lot of Taurians that have people break promises for their entire life for them, and it wasn't right. It was just people just speaking like because they liked the sound of their own voice or like the sound of how they sound, but can never really own up to anything that they say. And it's a wound that Taurus carries, okay? So if it's something that is being done to you, I understand how you're feeling right now. It's probably... I can see how it can be, hurtful, but don't take it as it's not about you. It's something. It's about them, and it's how they handle their life. Okay, it's about their mechanism. But if it's you that is stuck in a promise of happily ever after, and you keep owning up to your share of it, but the other side isn't, and you're just miserable and you're staying there just because of a promise, then no. Okay, so it's very different answers to different. It's like a similar situation, but that derives from a different place. So I need you to know I need you to know the difference. Okay, and I hope I explained it properly. Okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else comes up. I want to show you the cards actually. Okay. Let's take a look. So this looks lovely, right? Happily ever after. Oh, I'll give you this. We'll do that. I'll always be there for you. We got this. Boom, a challenge. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. All right. Let's see what's next. Where is this leading us to? For Taurus for June, please. Ace of Wands. Nice. Nice. New start. New passionate start. There's the second ace on the table. Six of Wands. Okay. All right. All right, Taurus. Look at you. Look at you, Taurus. This is very victorious. Victorious. Victorian. I know how I'm gonna name the video. Victorian. You're like not even blinking. You have your goals. You have your, self-knowing of your self-worth. You have people seeing it as well and rooting for you. And you just keep going. You're like, why am I even sticking around for someone else's promises or words? I don't need anybody else's words. I have my word. My word is the word. See, victory isn't, you fighting someone else and then you win and then they lose. I mean, it's an aspect of it, of course, but real victory is when we are victorious over our own stuff and take full responsibility. And instead of indulging in the sadness or woe me of, oh, but they said this, oh, but they promised this, okay. The only thing that matters is what you promise to yourself. And it's the only thing that you ever have any sort of control over. Okay, you can't control what people do, but you can definitely control yourself. And a lot of times people who don't have self-control, can't control their own reactions or behavior or, or path. They try to make up for it by trying to control their environment. And that never works, right? So direct that energy within. Okay. Instead of what other people did or didn't do, what can you do? Because whatever it is that you'll discover that you can do, it will be fantastic. 6 of Wands, Ace of Wands. And very inspiring. People will be like, wow. Right? When we focus on ourselves, the universe focuses on us as well. I'm not saying be vain and arrogant and self-absorbed. I mean, focus on your own energy of what it is that you can or cannot do, what it is that you will or will not do, what it is that you feel or don't feel. Don't compare yourself to others. Be in competition with yourself. And every time you win an aspect of yourself that is no longer serving you, that is a victory. And it isn't always joyous. Sometimes it feels crappy because sometimes it requires some sort of sacrifices or some sort of releases, or taking the loss, right? Taking a certain loss. But take a look at this and tell me it isn't worth it. Let me have a couple more before we take a look at our extended, please. And I will take a message from the Oracle of the I Ching for you guys now as well. Because I feel like it. Because I love you guys. Okay. Let's conclude for June, please, for Taurus. This is not going to be a conclusion, right? 7 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the Emperor. So we already have 3 sixes on the table and 2 aces. So we have a fun extended already. And yeah, it's the first major arcana. Hi, Emperor. Okay. Okay, someone does want to take responsibility. Over something, towards something, okay? And I have the Bull in both of these cards, even though this is an air energy and this is a fire energy. Here you are in both. Hi. I don't have to be in the earth. I can be in fire and in air. Yes, Taurus. Yes, you can. Of course you can. I love you guys. All right. I'm such a mess today. What is this? So there's a sense of like, I keep getting the word contract, but I don't think it's like a written contract, like a legal contract. I think it's like a soul connection contract, like written in the stars kind of thing. Okay? Now, I do believe in rewriting the stars, just like you can tear up a contract or finish a contract or change the terms, right? Because you're the one who wrote it or signed up for it. Most cases, hopefully. I feel the same way when it comes to like soul contracts and connections and things like that. Like, yes, of course we can honor it as long as it's, worthy to our path. But if it feels like it's done, we can also let it go. But I'm getting like that there's an actual will to fulfill a certain spiritual or emotional promise, connection, either from past lifetimes or just literally from this past. Like, this could be someone that you know, that you had a strong connection with, that kind of, shit hit the fan, someone fled. It's like a hit and run kind of thing. It's like, oh, I hit you. I can't handle helping you now that you're on the floor bleeding. I can't handle helping you. I'm going to run away because I don't know how to handle this. And now someone like wants to own up to it. Okay. Action speaks louder than words, Taurus. I can't tell you what to do. Maybe you're the one who wants to do so. But if you still have the emotional will, see what it is that they're doing. Because I'm getting a situation where the possibilities are really vast. Like, there's all kinds of ways that this can turn out to. Like, there is free choice in this aspect. Like, it's a mutual written contract. It's not like someone is bound to it by, like, I don't know. It's like something that two people mutually decided to do together, okay? So someone broke it, okay. They fled the scene. You were all like, oh, F this, I'm so awesome, look at me, woohoo. Or maybe this is to happen. I don't know, Taurus. We're talking about June. But then I am seeing someone, really want to own up to their word. And it has to be a free will kind of thing, okay? So if you want to keep a promise, make sure you keep the promise because you really believe in it and you care about it and you want to, okay? Not because you feel like you have to because once upon a time, whatever, okay? And if you resonate with what I just said, then there's a very good chance the person who did this might come around and be like, okay, I want to fix this. But here's my advice in it, and do what you want. Stay tuned to their actions. Okay, it's not enough to just say, I want to fix. Okay, what are you doing to fix? What are we doing to fix? Now, this is actually a very sweet energy because I have 3 6s on the table and they're quite lovely. So don't take it to the 666 devil kind of thing, especially not with these cards. Look at them. There's a lot of imbalance here. There's like someone patronizing someone, taking them for granted, and then they go and rock and roll and be like, oh, I'm awesome. So like the scales are like changing, right? So both sides learn that you're never at the bottom always. You can totally be on top. And also you're never always at top. You can also be at the bottom, right? And then from there comes like a lesson of humility. So both parties are like, shit, I just gave you the extended. So what I do in the extended? Ha! I took the 666 and gave the new narrative. Okay, well now you know what I do in the extended. I'll keep this further in the extended. But yeah, total important, valuable lesson where two people learn how to value themselves and the other equally. I like that. Okay, I'm going to show you the extended and then I'm going to give you messages from the I Ching. So the beginning part of the extended is I'm taking the repetition of the numbers. Okay, we also have 2 beautiful aces. And 2 lovely knights. And 2 8s. Great. So this is the first part, and I always leave the major arcana, so we're going to keep the Emperor around. So I'm going to check the narrative that comes out of this and go deeper into this. Maybe I'll clarify. We'll see if we need to or not. Yeah, 2 aces, 2 knights, 3 sixes, 2 eights, Emperor. And then I'll do a new shuffle of a Celtic cross, which is a new 10 cards on the table, and then messages from the runes, from the Celtic runes. Okay? All right. I'll do it right now after the I Ching, and link to that will be below. Link below also to Tarot Masterclass, and which I'm almost done with, so check it out and have it in the early bird prices before I finish the project, and then it becomes a regular price. And if you want to book a private reading with me, guys, link below to that as well. In the information box, there's tons of magic. Open sesame. Oh, there's so many potential wonderful headlines for this reading. Open sesame, Victorian. I like the Victorian thing. All right. Message for my amazing Taurus. Message for my seekers for this following month, for this coming month, please. Specific, accurate guidance for my Taurus. One for the team. Come on, one for the team. Okay. So we have number 8. I'm going to let you take a look at that. And I'm going to read you. Story time. Okay. So number 8 is called Holding Together. That resonates. I love that. Okay. Above water, below earth. Water on the earth. Unite with others to achieve success. It is the nature of individual drops of water to merge and become one. When water flows freely over the earth, it finds other water to join with it. In the same way, individual people seek to belong to a greater whole. Holding together as a community will achieve greater success than standing alone. Be constant and strong, and others will join. This is just beautiful. It just concluded 35 minutes of me yattering. And we definitely have the holding together through difficulties, right? The 5 of Pentacles. And we definitely have the soul tribe here. Soul tribe, yep. Let your soul tribe find you, find it, work together, teach each other, and stick through the hard times if it's worth it and you love each other. Simple. Okay, I'm going to do your extended now. Subscribe if you haven't. Join my tribe of seekers. Be part of this, unified tribe. I love you guys very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful Gemini season. Yay, dragonflies. Okay. Bye.